Hi, my name is Ruth. I live in a really terrific Chicago neighborhood called the Villa, and I'm very active in our neighborhood association, the Villa Improvement League. Remember that word, improvement. Now, I'm standing in front of a really great typical villa house, and it's typical not just because it's a beautiful house, but because it's been very much improved. The people who live here just restored it and won an award for historic preservation for that improvement. There's only one problem, and that's the next door neighbors.
Hi, my name is Carolyn, and this is my front yard. It's basically a mud pit. We have a lovely tree and lots of mud. We've lived here for about 11 years, and unfortunately we've been unable to grow anything in this front yard. My name is Cooper, and I'm 5 years old.
No, my name is Cooper, and I'm 1 year old. My name is Cooper, and I'm 100 years old.
What makes our front yard issue even more awkward is that we live next door to the most extensive landscapers in our neighborhood. They really have what you can characterize as a private garden that extends all the way to the front yard. They have this beautiful corner lot, and it's filled with topiary sculptures, fountains, flowers in bloom all the time, and other very unique elements.
Daddy.
And this is my front yard. My wife and I have lived here for about 11 years, and we very much enjoy the neighborhood, and we enjoy our house. One thing we don't really care for is our front yard, which, as you can see, is very much of a dirt pit. And there's really nothing seems to grow here. We think it's the worst front yard in the whole neighborhood, and if you ask many of our neighbors, I suspect that they'd agree with me.
We're Pete and Carolyn's next door neighbors, and we really hope that they can get a new front yard. Every time I come out to get the paper in the morning, I have to see it out of the corner of my eye, and it's just really horrible, really embarrassing. I sort of walk out like this, so I don't even have to see it at all. We'd spent all this money on our yard, and we have got that as neighbors. It's just not fun.
Yes, I'm Bill. I'm the other half of Howard and Bill. We're the gay neighbors, and we like things neat and taken care of, and that's why our lawn looks great, our yard looks great, our house looks great. We did a lot of renovations on the house, and before we had this nice lawn put in, our house was all, the yard was all run down and was a big mud pit and lots of dirt and everything. And now their yard looks worse than ours did when we were under construction. So we really want to see this improved.
It's going to take that long because my mother always told me that if I didn't have anything nice to say, that I shouldn't say anything at all. And so I really just don't have anything to say today.
My children and I, we love Pete and Carolyn, but unfortunately we will only come through the backyard because my kids are too scared to go to the front.
So when we moved in, our garden was similar to Pete and Carolyn's. After a year, we transformed it into a beautiful garden. So I think it's time for Pete and Carolyn to get their act together.
The terrible thing is that this house is so beautiful, really is. Well done. Lovely. And the family that lives in it is even lovelier and nicer. The children, and we adore them. We really do. And for some reason, the front yard has never looked well. I don't know why. There are stones in there, stones, sort of gravel and stones, and weeds, maybe.
So I was driving by the city dump the other day. And Pete and Carolyn's yard came to mind.
We've tried everything. We've tried leading by example. We've tried giving them plants from our gardens. We've tried giving them our sweat labor, and nothing seems to work. Can you help us help Pete and Carolyn?
I'll tell you what it's about. It's about the fact that we can't do anything in this neighborhood without a glass of wine in our hands. Nothing wrong
Lack
with
of
it.
imagination, a failure of resources, but I also think there might be something about the soil that is just cursed.
Well, that's kind of a scary thought. I mean, nothing grow. I mean, not even weeds grow there.
Exactly.
So, what do you think? I mean,
It's a soil issue. I think there's.
so is there any hope?
Oh God, of course. There's
So
always
just
hope.
amend
While
the
there's
soil.
life, there's hope.
Say this, excuse me here, but this is so disgusting here. I've lived in this neighborhood for a little over a year, and everyone works so hard in their yard, and it does great, and they've put a lot of effort in to get to this point with you guys, and we're doing this final pass. I'll tell you what, I will do a throwdown with you guys that I can do a better yard project than you can. I've only lived in this neighborhood for a year and a half. I'm spilling beer on myself, for God's sakes. What kind of a person would make this challenge? Anyway, I challenge you guys. I can do a better job than you. Let's see it. Come on, bring it on. I want to see you guys do this yard. I'll challenge you for another yard. I'm going to beat you guys. I'm going to make you guys look terrible, sad. But I want to see it. Let's see it. Do it. Come on, bring it on.